Hi guys, welcome back to F1 Podcast.
And this is another thing that's been in the news a lot, Max, is we've got another team waiting in the wings. We've got the Serbians waiting in the wings with Stefan
Wacky Serbs.
GP.
Yes, we do.
And as you guys know, they've got basically the Toyota car, and they're a lot better prepared than perhaps US F1 are.
They've got a rolling chassis minus the tyres.
Yeah, and they couldn't test because they didn't have those tyres in Portugal. But
this is the thing. So
you know, they're talking about Jacques Villeneuve. They're talking about Nakajima as their drivers. And they're just waiting, Max. They're in the wings just waiting, and it's quite an interesting situation with these guys.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know much about Stefanovic. I think his surname is. I don't know much about him. In fact, I could say that I know nothing about him other than that he's Serbian. And I wonder though...
And he's got a truckload of money, obviously.
Got a lot of money, but does this send the message to the Formula One community that if you're an industrialist, for an example, and let's assume this guy is, and I'm sure you will correct me if I'm wrong, if you can pick over the carcass of another Formula One team that's bowed out and grab all their stuff, you can just come in if you pay the 48 million upfront fee and you know, sort of like buy on the grid. I don't know whether that's the message that is being sent out if he does get the grid position, if US F1 forfeit this year's grid position. I don't know, but it'll be interesting to see what Bernie does, or whether it be Bernie, I should say, probably Jean Todt, the FIA, whether or not they allow Stefanovic to come into Formula One if US F1 fail.
I suppose it's and it is a good thing if you have got a couple of teams or one team perhaps that's teetering. I mean, that's not a good thing, but to have someone ready to go in to plug that hole, I guess, is a good thing, because you don't want to. It's going to be embarrassing anyway. If you grant teams entry and then they fail or they don't even show up, that is an embarrassment. That is a complete embarrassment. But to have another team step into that void is good, I think.
Mate, there's 4 more days of testing this off-season.
And we've got a matter of weeks until...
Stefan GP have tested 0 because they haven't been given a licence to compete. Okay, so let's say they are. Let's assume they are. And they have 2 cars in Bahrain in 3 weeks' time.
10 seconds off the pace.
10 seconds off the pace. They've done no testing, no nothing. Is that what we want in Formula One?
No.
Not really, is it?
Not in a millisecond. No.
Definitely not. If I was US F1, for example, and I couldn't sort of get going this year, to keep the integrity of my name, I'd say, right, we're not racing this year.
Yeah.
We're going to come in 2011.
Yeah.
We're not going to damage our credibility by running around at the back because we didn't have a second driver until the last minute and we were starting to have cash flow problems. I'd get that sorted and then look to race and make 2011 the start of my grid.
Well guys, send us your comments, seriously, write heaps of comments about this, because there's so much happening with this news, and it goes down, as you just said, Max, to what Formula One's all about. And I don't think you should have these back markers coming in and being way off the pace, Max.
I'm happy
I just think that's not what Formula One is about.
If the criteria is met, okay, I am happy for new teams to come in. I have no problem with that. What I have a problem with is teams coming in and then turning around at the last minute going, you know what, can't really do this. So can you do us a favour and give us this dispensation? Or cut us some slack here and there. It's like, hang on a minute, you're either ready or you're not. And if you're not, that's cool.
See you later.
You might be able to come in next year.
Yeah, might.
But I don't want that. As a driver, I wouldn't want a fledgling team that's done no testing or minimal testing or whatever the case may be, potentially with a driver that's never raced in Formula One, in a team that hasn't tested or done limited testing, on a grid with me.
No.
When I'm rounding a bend at 200 mile an hour onto the straight,
and Johnny come lately's in the
doesn't know where to go because I'm screaming up behind him. No, thank you.
It's no good, mate.
We'll see. Interesting comment before we go as well from our mates at the Skid area. Max Mosley and the new teams.
Yes.
Those of you that haven't read it,
read it. It's funny.
I strongly suggest you do. It's no holds barred.
Yeah.
And a very, very passionate, very interesting set of comments.
Alright guys, let us know your comments, and as you would have read on our channel, we are going to the Melbourne Grand Prix. It's all booked, we're all confirmed, Max. Yes, we're going to be doing heaps of filming there, so don't worry about that. It's a question of how many videos we're going to put up, Max. It's going to be heaps, it's going to be shitloads.
It's going to be huge. So if you happen to see us wandering around Albert Park, I wouldn't even approach us. Don't come anywhere near us.
Just go to the bar.
Unless you've got a couple of those in your hands. If you've got a few of those, we're happy to talk to you. We'll be the loveliest blokes in the world. If you come up to us and go, Max, bet, we're just going to look at your hands. If you've got nothing in them, we'll turn our backs. You're being warned.
Alright guys, we'll see you for the next video.
Ciao for now.
Bye.
Bye.